Testing. I'll just down a little bit. All right. Where were we? Right. We should tell the professor what we think happened to Renba. Question. And what did the moons get out of being the protectorate? Theoretically, they support Alexian guards, but that's largely historical. Well, if it's historical, why are they still in? Why do they still take the deal? Look at this thing. What even is this? Evidently, it's a oh, an inscription. Hello, more symbols. Emperor Goddess. Let me see. Your maybe is maybe. And I prep here. I wonder if anyone knew that I was there. Huh. Wrong way. Is there any way to speed up her walking speed? No. No dash buttons? Nothing? Fine. Oh, there we are. Remark. It looks modern, but it's ancient. There is a boss. Going upstairs. Well, Lee, you're back. I don't know if I want to ask what you found. Maybe you don't, Professor. Wicked, welcome. It's not good news. I'm not trying to just tell me what I saw. He's almost certainly dead. Almost certainly. That's the best you could do? We found Crystal. local people saw a fireball in the sky. What fall? What are you hoping to find? Trying to learn how the fall will occur, but found something inside one of his robots. Inside? He found a way into a robot, into its core. The robot told him something. Sent to get something or new near Elboreth. He hired laborers from Elboreth wanting to do work, and heard nothing to explain the brooch. The robots know everything. But you don't know what do they know? Everything. If we are to survive the fall, Leo, we must understand it too. It is coming soon. Do you really believe this? I'm growing tired of your cynicism. If I were remember found, we have to know what will happen. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, earlier guesses were pretty much you tell me. I think I understand you. Yeah. Robots available. Things I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. Hope that's clear. Clear. I'm glad to hear it. So yeah, the robots are hiding some kind of conspiracy. Do you believe in the loop? What do you think? I have no data, mistress. Tree of knowledge. Or so they call it. Each branch goes more branches. Yep. Let's get out of here. Leave the moon. This way, mistress. And so we left the university. Okay, so he hired laborers from Elboreth and was exploring an unknown moon. So our next step is to go to Elboreth, talk to the laborers he worked with, so we can triangulate the moon better and find more stuff to pin down the local lingo. Aboard the Nightingale. Take to the river. Go to rest. Nah, let's not rest. Next up, Elboreth. Lock horse and set sail. This should be a tamer trip. Elk in space sailing to Elboreth. Take the next right? Alright. What are the rivers, Six? Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, and ice. Their velocity keeps them coherent. So why do the rivers wind? Why aren't they straight? I will not speculate, mistress. Why can't I sweep? Oh, I see. That's why. Either of the rivers head continue to your destination, that's fine. Let's take downriver then. Have you been to Elbereth before? I do not believe so, mistress. It's not mentioned often in Iox. Does Iox mention anywhere except Iox? That is a fair point, mistress. There sure are a lot of rocks around here. Let's take this path. It's interesting. Set us down 6. Elbereth. However far I sailed, these alleyways will always be my home.
We landed in the dust, outside the great walls of Elbereth. No one looked up to watch us arrive. The people here only ever look down.
I lived here for nearly 20 years. Hey, the stone feet. Don't you think that's a bit dramatic? I do not know, mistress. I know that's what I see. Stone feet. Bigger than Statue of Mercy? 4 fine hinds bigger than mistress. I'm just not stomach age, however. Things to explore, things to touch upon. That's our ship. Harvest. Such as is, dried grass, waiting to be taken inside. What is it for? I said people do not eat it. Animals do. Not people. No. This way. This gate to Upper Citadel. Mistress just only saw a rock behind this door. I comprehend it's a hopper. It's one of the oldest things on Elbereth. It still works amazingly. I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without line of sight to the eye, it cannot take us inside. We Elberethians know how to use it. You just say the word. Campus. It's a teleportation device. Interesting. Disguised as a doorway. The Citadel. Oh, these are nice streets. This is the main courtyard. There are alleyways leading in all directions. Easy to get lost up here. Oh, just bad. But Aurora's yard is this way. Have you lost robots up here before, mistress? Probably not.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
That sounds dangerous. It's a work market. Are you surprised? The market is for people, not machines. You're in no danger. I'm not concerned for myself. I have the court support against the suffering. That's not differential economic status. Mine's just the same 6. But there's nothing we can do. Accept it and move on. Maybe we can start a revolution later. Hey, Lars Farwet, I want to ask you about my name Remba. You brought a Miak kit with you, a robot here? It's not for sale. Is this something you want? Or is this how you get business? You're feelers, aren't you? I'd like you if you were such a Salehua. Don't you have a stall to run? Or is business slow today? You eat the failure of others. You kind of want to be happy until only the Miyame can eat. They want to be robots that systematic ability. Yes. I told you I want you to ask about my name in Rimba. So Rimba was a customer. You're not going to help me. I want to help the man Rimba brought back. What's the laborer's name? Just tell me what the Rimba hired a man for. Oh, I know. I bound his arms. I don't listen to his stories. How much to ask him some questions? Name or price? Don't trade us. Price is too high. I'm going to guess there's something else we can trade. We can get the copies this way. I don't feel like particularly
Strangers. The cat
like
pieces
trading away
like
anything that might be
notes.
story relevant.
But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways. I could have found my way to Tappy's in the dark.
As this is Tappy's. I lost a robot here once. Which one? 3. That was his name. 1 minute will subpoena, the next I'll be vigilant. 3 wasn't the sharpest tools. I'm surprised I got as much for it as I did. It's just as teasing me. Tappy's place. Hold it. Give it back, Tappy. Whatever she took. I guess I really saw the robot. We're friends, as you know, are friends. It's a bit late for a warning, 6. 12 years too late. I already don't trust him. He adored me instead. I prefer it that way. Now come out of the code. This guy's fun.
Tappy's place was a little museum to junk. pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives. And at the centre of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
Now that's a description. And are you well? I am never though. Listen, Tappy. I want to show you an artifact. Oh, yes? Which one? Kind of goddess statue carved from antler. Inscription on her back. Wow, that's a long one. Holy shit. This one's several words. Okay, so we have the word for goddess. We have the word for many. So it's probably not many. Interesting. Light is related to this, I think. Watches? Oh, all. The Guardian, maybe? Don't trade. I'm supposed to be looking for an Alxian. I want to find him. Who buys all this stuff of yours? You don't know any respectable people. No, maybe not, but they know me. Oh, that's cheeky. Ask another question. How the Berethians weathering things? Perhaps it has. Suffering stable for a moment, it never booms. Somehow will occupy. That's as much as I can get out of him. See you later, Tappy. You're in one piece? You still have all your teeth? Yeah, do it. Leave the moon. Stand by, mistress. And so we left the surface of Elbereth. Ouch, my jaw popped. Ouch. Oh, time to move on. Go to rest. Yeah, time to move on. Prepare the ropes! We now have a proper site. Let's try to go into the cycle. See if we can find anything in it. via the Verdant Pass. I kind of get a feeling that these things are basically just ways as to what am I thinking? Acting as like a loading zone, except not, because this is a mini game unto itself. I have to imagine that while I'm doing this, it's loading up the assets for the next area, right? But the rivers aren't natural at all. What else could it be? Human-made storms of magic and hydrogen. Interesting. Drawn by a painter with a brush. Interesting. How would such a thing be done? A tapestry of cloud and smoke. Well springs drive the flow, mistress. Go right momentarily. Don't tell me you believe that well springs are natural. They exist in nature, mistress. Time for the fun part. Dive, dive, dive. We're in the rapid. Oh. That was fun. Steer left shortly. Okay. On the right. Approaching shipwreck. Let's check out shipwreck this time. Early station.
The robot hoppered away, and I was alone.
There we go.
Then it came back.
Oh, more deeply complicated symbols. A few words in this one. Oh, hey, look, we are okay. These maybe. No. There's a path. Wow, that's some complicated mess. Water, rivers are dangerous. These rivers are dangerous. What is a wellspring anyway? A source, mistress. A source of what? Nothing more. Has no mechanism as I understand it, but robot, your understanding is really limited. Rapids coming up. Dive, dive, dive! Let's go.
They say on Elbereth, if you sail too far, you'll meet yourself coming back. But I've sailed plenty far, and I still don't know who I'm supposed to be.
Either of the roots. There's something in the clouds over there. I don't even know where it sailed. Yes, most curious, mistress. Yeah, this is getting jerky. Left. I don't see it anywhere. Can you sail 6? Do you know how? I believe so, mistress. It seems a straightforward matter. Don't trust a robot with the sails, then. If they think it's straightforward, it's probably not going to be. So easy. Indeed. These some turbulent waters. Where am I going? It seems a little dangerous to me to be relying on things that I don't fully understand, but that's fine. That's just human history for you. I think I saw a ruin just then. I lost it now. I sure you have. Bless the rivers! That's a turn. Wow. This is, that's pretty. Slightly panic-inducing, though. How long were you during the Iox? I have no idea, mistress. I do not remember it. These are some crazy rapids. The city of the eye of the cyclone. Wow, look at this. Exploration it is. Hey, look, a rock. Well, that was interesting. The Eye of the Cyclones.
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
Smash together by waters. I have a feeling about this one. We're close. Oh, it's far from over. We can only hope. Hold it. 6. What's that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house.
A house in the middle of the hurricane. Interesting.
It was fine. Tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over.
Huh.
It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this? No other way? Here goes. The robot disappeared. 6? So robots abandoned me for once. Look at this list, Leah. They couldn't.
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
Rough bed. Oh, an inscription. Barely visible. Scratching plaster. Oh, another hard one. R? So weird. This looks like it shares something in common with dangerous, right? So fear. Death. The writer was dying. That's just someone lying down. Hey, there you are. Mistress. How did you get down from the ark? I cannot climb over the wall, so I drove myself off the cliff edge. Once I dug myself out, okay. I understand why I keep losing robots. They're always doing stupid stuff like that. Another cot. So where are the bones? Ramba? No. Scores of years ago, lack of moisture on its smooth preserved traces, but they are old. Inscription up here. Water goddess. Fire. This looks like a fire inscription. Holy? Bless. The water goddess from Mercy? Is this link directly connected to Mercy? I wonder what makes farmers ship whole trees trunks out here to build a mansion in the middle of a hurricane. A fire poker. Stow it. Seems like the sort of thing you would use to solve puzzles with. I wonder if this door is jammed. Aha! A painting. Swirls and flows, these are rivers. The detail. Who lived here? Who drew this? It's like the rivers of Ghostwake, but no one goes to Ghostwake. Is there an inscription? A phrase run together. R. Home? Find our home. Oh, find. Friend home? Defended. This is definitely a map. Somewhere else. Interesting. I could slip through here. I'll be right back.
In the yard behind the house, there were tools. Plots of
axe?
earth, washing hung out to dry. It was like the owner had slipped inside for a quick rucker before they came back to chop more wood. Someone had been building a life on this miserable rock.
Garden beds. Is this the same kind of cloth? Bone dry. What's back here? Some kind of marker. Oh, this is probably a grave. Something hanging. A necklace. What are these? Shells? Another phrase. Okay, let me see. God bless. Ah, find. Death. Keep you. think that's all for this area, right? Yeah. Coming back 6. Interesting. So they practice burial into the river instead. For a sticker. Heavy wooden box. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. Something scrap on a lid. Oh boy, this is only getting more complicated. Light. Waters, rivers. Dangerous rivers, dangerous, all something to do with holy. Great value. Treasures of great value. So I put a smile on Miari's face. At least this will be making for the no sense of Remba. I think it's a reliquary, a place to put your belongings when you die. Open up there, 6. Let's see if the robot's useful for this. That's stiff. Add that fingers to leverage. Try it for myself. Lever the lid with the iron poker. It's definitely shifting. Aha! Look inside.
And there it was, just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found. From inside the coffer, from the distant past of the nebula's once great empire, it was a crown.
Holy shit. The eagle and sun motif. What is this crown doing here? Was this a sea of power in the empire? This is impossible. This is getting only more bizarre. Okay. Treasures and maybe stars. On rivers of light, we sail forever. That sounds poetic. Yeah, that's fair. A workbench. Has been built right against the rock face. Must have been cold here. Whoever lives must have killed wood fire. What did they do for wood and water? It's arid, dry desert.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
There's still more to do here. Cutting the rock. Hello. Look what I found. I think I might have found Rimba. So, blasted from the sky? Really, mistress? That seems speculative to say the least. What could do that? Eagles are supposed to breathe fire, aren't they? There are no eagles, mistress, as you well know. Heavily explode and attempt to rise from service. The middle piece of rain down at high velocity. I'm surprised there's anything left. Most likely not. He didn't hopper down, he landed his boat or tried to, or else he wasn't able to return. Detonate himself off the surface of the moon? Yeah, he lost a lot more than part of his soul. Blackened. Burning as it fell. The fire here must have burned up a lot of air. This was the hull. Enough to be seen on Mary. And Janiki? Mistress, there is no hope. He cannot possibly have survived. He's probably going to be a survivor. Mayor sounded like he was running away. Ugh. So what do we do now? Return Iox and inform Professor. I don't believe we will do that quite so soon. Is there a way down there? Quite foolish. So 2 people died here. One upstairs, who was buried outside, and then later another by fire below. 3 people, mistress. Don't forget Remba. Under what? Which under here? Don't be an arm! It's not an arm. Or it's a telescope. Fracture piece for a longer phrase. Sail. Simple enough. Not much to go on. What else can we find? It must have burned for days. What did we tell Miari? The truth showing, mistress. Janiki is gone. Oh, I'm not too sure about that. That's certainly what the game wants us to believe. Must be a wellspring here. You breathe the last air this moon has to offer. Soon, not yet. Something else with it. inscription, look. Oh, this is a flowery mess. Emperor. Every. Oh, forever. This looks like death. Emperors live forever. Sorry, I was built here. Still inside from Mercy? No, mistress. I do not know where it's from. Mercy does not have stone like that. Cabania from Mercy. It's not a Hadmir. It's an aura. Figurine. Simply fashioned. Functional item. Let's just tell a little more about this place. Goddess. Bless. Oh, it has to be harvest, right? The shrine itself is made of stone. Stone is open building. How old do we say the pillar was? Mid to late Empire? A treasure possession, perhaps. A valuable one. Evidently, it's more significantly more valuable than the gods we found within. Someone lived there. They regularly prayed here, in the middle of the cyclone. Some kind of hermit? Is channel natural? Don't think it is. Dug out. Alright, take us back to the ship. Alright. Definitely we haven't covered a lot more interesting history and the fate of the poor bastard out here. Oh, hello, did I miss something?
Darkness.
This is not the Nightingale. 6? I hate robots. I hate them. They always do this kind of thing. Oh, it's highly unnatural. Where's his face? There you are. Where's your head? What about me, Ari? You followed me, Lexi. As I thought you might, because you knew. Because you always known. I am not Miari. She's not who she says she is. So who is she? She sent me to find Janiki Remba. There isn't time. I found something. Something that matters more than her lies. Tell Lexi there is a great darkness. An all-consuming hungry darkness. And it is coming. Remember, your ship exploded. You're dead. There's an ancient place. An observatory. It's watching holds the wires of her fate in its claws. Tell me what you know. I'll fight before the vault is lost. The robots know, but they don't remember. Someone long ago made certain they will not remember. Remember, how did I help you? He's back. You have my apologies, mistress? I do not understand the question. 6? Yes, mistress? I observed you are not back in Nightingale. There must be something wrong. How about I look into it? This way, mistress. The ghost of a dead man interrupted our travels. You know what called you just now? Evidently not, mistress. I was talking to Remba. Just now, through you. Not as dead as we thought. There's light this way. Fascinating. You think it'll work properly now? Do it. Leave the moon. That was one hell of a cliffhanger, isn't it? I say cliffhanger, but that's because that's part 2 for us now. Interesting. Linguistic mystery. Workmanship is beautiful. It's a symbol. Lost after the fall. Mechanism? Roy on Elbert might be able to help. She'll be able to open up, take a look at it safely. Not just pretty then. Alright. We will stop right here. And that was part 2. That was really, really interesting so far. Definitely that was decidedly this is definitely a really cerebral game. It has some intense moments with the Whitewater Rapids basically, but I heavily suspect that's basically cheating out a loading screen while we are moving from place to place. The overall world setting is interesting. There's definitely some like sci-fi space opera in the background, and I guess we'll just have to wait to see if there are how much more of the game there is to unravel along the way. This is definitely interesting. It's definitely not a very action intensive game. It's more of a really like thinking intensive game, focused on linguistics and focusing on deciphering what the words are supposed to be and the context clues for the setting through that. You'll notice I don't have a weekly schedule up yet. That is because I'm waiting on word of a potential collaboration that is supposed to happen sometime this week, but I need to wait for the final details to be settled before I make any solid plans on that. Do you expect me to be streaming around Wednesday? I think I'll just do some Guilty gear around then. And otherwise, yeah. Thank you for following along. As always, follow me on Twitter and TikTok. You're watching me on YouTube right now, so that should be a given. And I will see you all around. As always, my friends, eat well.